everybody. This is the first time I've sat out here in weeks, and the first time I've done any recording in weeks. I think we've just had the wettest October on record, and it has just been so awful. Everywhere is absolutely sodden. I came out yesterday. It's the first time to have a really good look to see what was going on, and just this year gets worse and worse in the garden. All my leeks have been attacked in some way. I'm still trying to work out what it is. I don't know if it's the frost, which I really very much doubt, because they're frost resistant, they cope with the snow and all sorts. Whether it's some kind of leaf miner, grub, I don't know, I'll show you in a bit, but they're no good. And because it's been so wet, I still haven't planted any of my garlic, I haven't planted any of my onions, I haven't done my broad beans, which by now would all be in. So everything's late, and now we're starting to get frost, so if I'm going to do it at all, it needs to be done now before the soil gets too cold. So yeah, not a good year at all for the garden. I just hope and pray next year is going to be better. And I guess I need to explain as well why I haven't been filming. Apart from that, I have been decorating. I've had new flooring put down in the living room and the hallway, so that's taken up quite a bit of my time. But we had some devastating news at work. It looks like my working career is probably, or working life is over. I can't go into it in much details because we're still in the consultation period, but yeah, I've got to start looking for a new way of life, I suppose. I don't know. I'm looking for retiring. I think it's about time. You know, when I think about it, I started work at 16, and like many women in my age group, we were supposed to retire at 60. The government moved that to 66. And I've been in the workplace 45 years now. I've worked in finance, I've worked in a school, I've had my own business, and my current work, which I've done for 12 years, it's a job I'm very passionate about and love. Yeah, not much I can say really without getting really down. So I'm not going to. I'm going to try and be positive today. Paddy and I have just come back from a really lovely walk, although he's absolutely caked in mud. So I've kept him out in the garden for a bit until it dries off, and then give him a good brush. I'm just going to have a wander around the garden and just tidy up little bits. I've still got tomatoes on the vine out in the garden, so I think I'm going to pick all those today, because as it's getting colder at night, they're going to get ruined. So they're one of the only successes, I think, in the garden this year, surprisingly. So I'm going to finish my coffee, and I'll show you around. So these are my tomatoes, so I'm going to get all that lot off, see what I can do with them. But I'm amazed that I'm in the second week of November and they're still okay. But on the other hand, look at these leeks. I've never experienced anything like it. They've got rust, they've collapsed, and they're absolutely shredded in places. Look at this. The strawberries are doing okay. These strawberries are all okay. The apple tree still holding on to its leaves. The garden just looks a sorry mess at the moment. So I still have some chard and spinach, although something's nibbling it. But that's okay. So in the greenhouse I have got some of the mixed lettuce. Got some potatoes I need to water. This is the radish, turnips and carrots. So like I say, they need a good watering. I'm going to do that in a minute. Still got some chilies, but I need to pick these because it's going to get too cold in here. Got 2 lemons that are doing really well. And some cosmos. These were seedlings I found in the ground which I lifted and put in pots, so they're doing okay. So this is a job I desperately need to do. I might try and do that in a bit. And my broad beans. I thought I'd show you the jalapeno. I brought this one inside to protect it from the cold. It had a lot of tiny little aphids on it, but I managed to get them all off. But it took me nearly 2 hours with cotton wool, wiping them down. And then the other 2 plants were covered. I had brought those chilli plants indoors, but it's just too hard trying to get rid of them because their leaves are much smaller and more dense. So I ended up putting them out in the rain in the hope that that would wash them off, and they're in the greenhouse for now. I wanted to follow on from what I mentioned yesterday about my leeks. I've done some research and I've come out and I've had a good look, and this is what I found. Yep, it's the Allium leaf miner. Absolutely devastated. I feel like I'm done. This year has just been an absolute disaster. I really don't know what to do. I've got all my onions to sow, my garlic. I'm just going to have to sow it under netting, I guess. It just turned to mush. It's just awful. I've never ever experienced anything like it. I have a very, very poorly garden.